Here we go again. Here we go again. Another live show is coming up in a few seconds.
And it is 4 o'clock. I believe we could start.
This show is brought to you by
Don de Dieu.
Don de Dieu. The only gift from God that gets you drunk. So, and we did not drink yet. So it tells you everything. So, hey everybody. Welcome to the show. This is From the Couch. We're at episode number 20. And we talk about last week news and gaming, tech, and just about anything. And of course, we are here every Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern, 2000 hours UTC. Hope you enjoy our show today. Once again, hello to everybody who's joining us. If you have a Gmail account, you can join a nice chat room full of really cool people. So why not join in the fun?
And I'll open my own chat room. That would help.
And, well, just don't talk. That's it. Just no chat. So, welcome aboard. And this is my co-host. My name is Gilles. We're located in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And this is my co-host, Gabriel. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. How was your week?
Not bad. Rough start, but after that was not too bad.
Yeah, quite busy on my side too.
Yeah. Cool. So, anyways, today's a rather cloudy day here, but just okay. Temperatures. I like the temperature right now, like that. When it's too hot, I don't like it. So, anyways, whose turn is it to start? Oh, it's my turn. Okay. So, I don't know what to say.
Well, don't talk.
Okay, well, first...
Don't talk, and this is the end. See you next week.
Bye-bye. Hope you enjoyed the, live from the couch minute. And so everybody in the chat room, hello there. We'll get back to you in a few, a little later, as we, of course, go into say hello to everyone. So, okay, Intel, Microsoft had a event this week in Shanghai, and it was just funny because pretty much every website had a link to the live event, and none of the links worked. So basically, it's like, okay, what the hell is that? Somebody's talking in my laptop.
Turn off your volume.
Shh. Okay, so
somebody's talking in mine too.
Okay. So these websites. So anyways, it took a little bit of time before everybody knew what they were announcing, and it was just funny because you could see that they were all scrambling to try to get the information of what the hell are they announcing. So, of course, the biggest announcement probably is this new Surface Pro.
I took time to check this part of the event at least.
And an interesting little inside information doesn't have a number because they didn't think it was a big enough improvement from the 4 to give it number 5. That's why it doesn't have a 5. Some analysts were saying, oh, they're going away with the numbering. No, they're not. They're just not giving it the number 5 because it's not worth it to have number 5. Doesn't have enough new features.
And I agree with that.
But it's kind of a refresh.
Mm-hmm.
And they also announced the pen is like 2 times faster, and the fastest in the world. It's like, okay, compared to Apple. Apple has a pen, and apparently that pen is kind of faster, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, Windows 10 Chinese government edition, basically,
mm-hmm.
Which I can imagine all the things that are inside so that the Chinese government can spy.
I found cool the fact that for this new Surface Pro, those with the i5 will basically have no fan inside.
Yeah, no fan.
They managed to, the technology is there. I find it kind of cool.
Yeah, it is nice.
A tablet or a laptop that doesn't have a fan, it's like, okay, we don't see that very often.
Yeah, I think eventually it's going to be like that.
Yeah, of course. I knew it was coming someday. But
one thing that's nice that was announced there is that, the Surface dial, that round thing, when you put it on a screen from, for example, the Surface Studio. Okay, it detects that it's a dial and it adds features.
That's cool.
And of course, they were announcing that on the Surface Pro it was working, but they also announced you'll have a firmware upgrade on your 4, which means that if you ever get a dial and you put it on the screen, it will also have all the features that are available in other devices.
The part that made me laugh though is when they said it's 13.5 hours of battery life. In my head it was like, yeah, with the lowest processor, the lowest everything, maybe. Not if you take the i7.
What's the
battery life?
What's the rating that they give on the Pro 4 for battery life? Do you know?
No, I'm not sure.
Okay.
We can check.
I'd like to know that because they are announcing 13.5. You know that every company is like that. You know, every laptop. For example, you know, my laptop, it's rated at 6 hours. I never got more than about 3.5 hours out of it.
I believe that when it came out, I'm not sure. I'm trying to find it, but I think Microsoft themselves said up to 8 to 9 hours. And if I can make 7 on normal use, that's already good.
Okay. Surface Pro 4. It's kind of, I'm getting the 13.5 hours of the Surface Pro, but I'm not getting the Surface Pro 4. But Surface Pro 4 has, I don't know, it probably is lower than 13.5.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
I don't know. It's
but I think they said at the time like 8 or 9.
Life. Let me just get it here. No, okay. Anyways, I should have checked that before.
I should have too.
But anyways, you know, still, I would guess you can easily do
Oh, it says here for the original Surface Pro 4,
yeah,
up to 9 hours of video playback.
Okay.
And on video playback, yeah, if maybe 6 hours on video I can get on
6
normal
hours,
use.
so
But I have, you know, the
you'll probably get 8 or 9.
even with the i7 7th gen.
Yeah, because these are all CPUs that technically
they get upgraded.
use less power than the ones before. You know, but you know that's probably one of the biggest problems, anyways, with Intel stuff, and that's why you know, Windows 10 on ARM is interesting, because the Intel stuff has one flaw: the CPUs take way too much power, and that's the biggest problem, and that's the number one reason why it doesn't last as long as other, you know,
these
devices.
new upgraded version of the Surface Pro 4. Well, they also come with 3 different processors, which with this one was the M3, i5, and i7, or only i5 and i7.
There is a difference, and it's the fact that they are coming with i5, i7, and I know also is that they seem to have removed the M, and the M for the CPUs usually mean mobile.
Okay.
As if they decided to use the more kind of a little more powerful laptop / desktop like CPU instead.
Okay.
So it's interesting. They did some changes, but not enough. You know, somebody that has a Surface Pro 4.
I was not impressed.
It's not important. I don't think you know. Wait for the Surface Pro 5. That will, because there will be a 5 next year.
They keep next year. They kept the brand Surface Pro alive with this because they don't want us to forget. So it's sure more is coming. And what do you think of the pen with 4,096 pressure points? Can you see the difference one by one?
Yes, absolutely. And you know, I mean, you got 10 fingers and
right.
You know, it's one of those. It's like, you know what? One of the things I like about Microsoft is when they bring out numbers.
No.
And they say, "Oh, it's 6% faster than what we, you know, than the average previous device."
1.79 times faster than the iPad Pro.
And then you listen, and you're like, 6% faster than the average previous device. What is that exactly?
1.79.
That was one thing. You know what? An analyst. I actually had an analyst viewpoint on that because I was surprised that they decided to compare it with the iPad Pro. But an analyst said, look, they can't compare it to any other laptop or tablet from a PC maker or a PC vendor, because they're going to all be mad at Microsoft, saying, okay, you're not only selling us Windows for our computers, but you're also competing our devices, and you're saying that yours is better. And they would have been mad.
Of course.
And because of the form factor, they didn't want to compare it to a MacBook Pro, for example. So for them, there was a very interesting reasoning from an analyst that I was actually watching a video who was saying, you know, the only real competition, if you really seriously think about it, is the iPad Pro, because it is a similar size device. It is something that people, if they want a tablet, that's what they would choose if it's not a PC, and you can work with, you know, Office and all of that. And they said, you know, there's a logic behind comparing it to an iPad Pro instead of any other laptops or anything. And of course, like I said, the competition thing, you can't compare it to any of the PC vendors. They're gonna all be mad at Microsoft saying, hey, you're selling us Windows and you bash us with our devices, you know. So basically, I think it's, but it was, you know, at the moment, I was like, really, you're comparing that to an iPad?
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Me too. I was like,
But it's much better than an iPad because you do whatever you want.
People still buy iPads?
And well, look, the last number I saw was 35 million iPads sold.
Oh, okay.
Which is not a bad number. And like I said, people don't know this, but for every MacBook computer that they sell 2 iPads. They sell more iPads.
So 35 million times about $500.
So
that's a lot of money.
It's actually more than 500 because the average iPad bought is probably more like in the range of $700 or $800. So you know, the iPad is not selling as well as they did before, but the iPad is actually still the best-selling tablet around. No other company sells as many tablets as the iPad sells on itself. You know, it's the total is, yes, there's more Android tablets out there, but no company is selling one model of a tablet.
Other companies don't make that much advertisement either, so.
Yeah, well, you know, it's the number one thing of Apple. You know, Apple knows how to advertise everything, and
but we never hear or barely ever hear about other tablets from anybody else.
The only ones that I see, you know, as a tech guy, the only ones that I see that are not iPads are Samsung Galaxy Tabs in general. There's a little bit of Asus tablets, but in general,
Asus,
mostly Samsung Galaxy Tab, stuff like that. That's pretty much what I see. Or the very, very most basic tablet that is so cheap that you just use it and you wait, you know, like, oh, I don't know how to do this. Oh, okay, you press and you're like,
oh yeah.
Oh, okay, it did respond. It's just because it takes 2 minutes before it does what I want.
I had experience with such tablets before.
Yeah. So, anyways, you know, not a big event in itself, but a little something. And I wonder, maybe one thing that I did wonder is why they didn't, you know, if they had to do something, why didn't they just bring up the Surface Pro at the, you know, the last build conference?
Well, maybe, you know,
they wait for China.
Well, maybe they just wanted to have an excuse to do another event.
Well, you know what? Maybe they want to sell some in China. Oh, there's one thing that's interesting about the Surface Pro also. You know, when the Surface Pro 4 comes out in the United States, then they had markets. The Surface Pro will be available from June 15th immediately in 26 countries.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's the first time they do that. And I think that refresh of Surface is mostly due to one major little issue, is that Surface sales have dropped a lot. And basically, they needed to do, if they didn't have the 5, they had to do something that's gonna try to like beef up sales a little bit. So I think the Surface Pro is the response to that, to try to kind of keep the sales up for Surface devices.
Okay.
So that's pretty much what I had to say.
Cool.
What about you?
Start with short news. Hardcore Gamer will be kind of sad to learn that the game Red Dead Redemption 2, that people have been waiting for years, will be delayed from this fall to spring 2018. For those who don't know, Red Dead Redemption, which I didn't play much, but my brother did, is like Grand Theft Auto, but in a Western.
Okay.
Basically, it's published by Rockstar Game and made by Take-Two Interactive. So they explained that the game will be delayed because they want to ensure that it will be perfect. It is also the first game that Rockstar is developing for the PlayStation 4, so they want to be sure that they're doing everything right. So it will be delayed, and well, people have been waiting for it since the end of the first Red Dead. There's always been rumors about, another one. They'll do another one. They will do another one, and they surprised us a few months ago, saying, "Oh well, yes, there will be a new Red Dead Redemption."
Okay.
So I'm sure my brother is pretty excited about it. And it will come out at the same time, of course, on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. There is no plan for the Nintendo Switch at this point. But it should come out before April, so that's to follow. But Red Dead Redemption 2 delayed for at least 4 to 5 months. But I expect to learn more. They will probably show us a new trailer at E3 or something, just to hype us a little bit.
Okay.
E3 coming fast in 2 weeks, I believe. So I'll make sure to watch every conference so we can talk about it.
Okay. Smartphone sales. Last year, okay, and it was one of the news items that I remember posting somewhere in January or February, where we were talking that last year, for the first time ever, smartphone sales were kind of the decline for the first time ever, and people were saying, well, it's going to start, it's going to continue like that. People have their smartphones now; they don't need to buy one every year or 2 years. And we got the first numbers that came out, and from these first numbers, it seems that the smartphone sales are up 6.35% compared to last year, which means they're kind of getting higher. An interesting number of that 6.35% also is the average money paid for a smartphone is up. So that's also interesting. It seems that people are buying more expensive phones. We gotta also understand.
Or is it that the phone are more expensive?
Well, that's also something that I was about to say.
The new iPhone's gonna be $1,000.
The new Samsung Galaxy S8, if you take all the best, it's more than $1,000 also.
I mean, come on.
So, anyways, the price is a little higher. The clear leader of all is Samsung. Samsung sells more phones than any other company, beats even Apple. Obviously, but they did say that Samsung had a slump. At the end of last year, earlier this year, they had a slump. But they say, the big flagship phones are very popular. The S8 is apparently selling like no other Samsung phones sold before. Is really amazing. Talking about that, there was an interesting little thing about the Galaxy S8. There's this group in Germany that actually tries to hack phones, by going through their security features. So, for example, that your iPhone, the Touch ID, they were able to fool the Touch ID and get into an iPhone. So this week, they announced that they were able to fool the iris scan from the Galaxy S8.
Oh.
What they did, and kind of, they put it in a funny language because it was just, we used Samsung stuff to actually beat Samsung's own security. And they used a very high resolution Samsung laser printer. They took a photograph, a high definition photograph of your face.
Okay.
They put that picture there, and to simulate the curvature of your eye, they put a contact lens over the eye of the picture. So it contained every detail of your eye because it was a very high resolution picture. They put a contact lens, and when they put the phone, it said, "Oh, hi there," and just unlocked.
Oh.
But you gotta take it like something that's not that bad. I mean, the technology that you need to do it. You need to have access to your phone, have a high resolution picture of your face, printout of high resolution of that picture on a laser printer, and have contact lenses and everything. I mean, okay, yes, they defeated the security, but the only people out there that will have that is probably the NSA. Maybe that's why it's high.
They already had it.
Maybe it's high definition. That's why it's high definition at the airports. So they can actually use that, I can see these guys at the NSA with the contact lenses.
Yeah. Well, this is why anywhere that I have choice between, can we take your picture or your fingerprint? Take my picture. I don't want to give you my fingerprint because if the law enforcement just decides, we're gonna take your all your fingerprints bank and put it in our system.
Did you see there was a funny story in the United States? Did you see the guy that refused to be searched? So he refused to be searched.
Okay.
So what he did, he went to the airport naked and said, "Well, you don't have to scan me or anything. I'm totally naked." So he got arrested because he was naked in an airport. So it's a bad idea. Don't do it. And anyways, the guy's security says, "Doesn't matter, you'll still have to go to the scan."
Could be hidden elsewhere.
But imagine you're at the airport waiting for that plane, and you're like this naked guy passing by, and you're like, "Okay, what is that? Where am I exactly?" And so anyways, smartphone sales are up, and also one of the funny things,
St. Tropez Airport?
The St. Tropez, yeah, maybe they're all naked. The ones that are weird are the ones that have clothes on. Man, if you ever go, have you ever been, probably not, I would not think so, but have you ever been to a nude beach?
Not yet.
Okay, I've been to a nude beach a few times, and it's funny because the first time I went to the nude beach, I didn't want to take my clothes off really, but everybody's looking at you and you feel so weird that actually you rather have your clothes off because it's less of a weird thing than to keep your clothes on. So also
you said naked and our audience just increased.
Yes, today we all going to be naked from the couch in half an hour. Don't go away. Counter goes up to 400.
4,000.
Well, I'll take off my shirt. So anyways, also a funny thing is that the Nokia 3310, that remake of that old phone with the snake game in it.
Yeah.
They were saying that, first of all, it's sold really a lot of, a few million copies, and that the company that makes it is really happy. And they say that it's either you hate it or not. It's really, there's haters or lovers, but there's like nobody's in the middle. So anyways, smartphone sales are up, and I still got I've got 1 year left on this thing, and I've got two offers that are very, very interesting.
Um,
I've got one that my provider is telling me, well, bring it back, and we'll redo a 2-year contract, and you get an S8 for like, $150. Which, of course, I'm like, kind of interesting. But there's another one. Videotron, which is my cable internet company, is saying, hey, want to have the latest stuff? We can and will pay the penalty of breaking your contract with your provider, and you'll get $200 off a new phone. And you're like, okay, that's kind of interesting.
Well, nowadays, almost every companies will pay your penalty if you go to them because they just want to have you.
But what's nice is, I like competition for that.
Yeah.
It kind of makes these things interesting. I do not plan on changing.
Well, my phone provider wants to keep me. If I buy a new phone, I get $175 off.
Yeah, they always do something to try to.
But honestly, my contract is already done for like 3 or 4 months. But I think if it gets good reviews, I do believe my next phone will be an Android and it will be the HTC U11.
Okay.
If the reviews are good.
Okay.
I have no trouble switching from iPhone to Androids. Unless iPhone does something really, really amazing.
One thing that I would like if I change mine, maybe I would like to have something from Google for the
Windows Phone.
For the major reason that they get the updates to the latest version immediately all the time.
Oh.
And basically that's just funny here that anyways. Smartphone sales are up.
Cool.
Woohoo! Be happy. And what about you?
Well, Pokemon Go is now working to stop cheaters, actually.
Okay.
Recently, they've brought new anti-cheat features to prevent people that use, maps or, these kind of IV identifier to see if your Pokemon is strong or not.
Okay.
Which I honestly don't care about. I just want to put their damn Pokemon. And if you actually get caught cheating, instead of being banned from the game, from Pokemon Go, which was the case before, you will be able to keep playing, but all the rare Pokemons will be hidden from you. All you will see are Pidgeys and Rattatas and Geodude, and the crappy stuff. So all other Pokemons like Dratini, Larvitar, I don't know, another rare Chansey, you won't see them.
You won't see them.
And they even had images of 2 people, one being caught and one not, at the same spot, at the same time. One on his radar was seeing 8 Pokemons, and the other guy would only see 2.
Okay.
And they were mid-rare to rare Pokemons. So, I think it's a good way of working because you're not banning player. You're not preventing them from playing your game. You can still play, but for as long as you have your app that we can detect that you have, because some applications will log into your Pokemon Go account to make the to use their features. So these are the one that Niantic can detect. So for as long as you have this application, just catch Rattatas.
Okay. Playing for 6 months with PGs all around.
It's already what we're doing, but
Now it's just PG World.
And by the way, just also mentioning that the adventure event, which made us see more rock-type Pokemons, ended about half an hour ago at 4 o'clock Eastern Time today. So we are back to normal.
Back to normal?
Yep. And I also wonder why on my on the article on the websites I go, I have these Surface
God.
Pro advertisement.
Oh, okay.
And what are you looking at?
Well, you know what? I'm looking at the update, and just above it, there's an ad for some kind of, lubricant for people that want to make love and have fun sexually. And I'm like, okay, really? So, anyways, for those that just are talking about it in the chat, yes, there's about an hour and a half ago, Microsoft issued an update for Windows 10 Creators Update. It is an update, is bug fixes only, so it's not, you can wait and, you can download it, but just wait to install it after the show. It's not any urgent thing, and it's really a bug fix. It's fixing bugs, so nothing else. It was released for everybody today about 2 hours ago, but was it was on release preview yesterday. So it's KB4020102, and it's really bug fixes. I have a list of bug fixes. I did not have time to talk about it before because the blog post was not there, so I didn't know what was in it.
That's because you're not competent enough.
Yes, that's it. So because of the blog post that was not there, I could not talk about it. I didn't know what exactly was there, but this is, once again, Microsoft has told us that we'll have at least 2 updates a month, and that's the second update this month. So we got Patch Tuesday, the second Tuesday, and we've got this one now. So bug fixes for Creators Update. And you know what? That might actually increase the speed at which the Creators Update will roll out to people that still don't have it. So anyways, I'll post a video when I have time, probably not today, but tomorrow I'll have details of what it fixes exactly on your PC. But yeah, there is a update for everybody on the Creators Update right now.
Cool.
Okay, anything else to add to your Pokemon Go cheaters thing?
Not really. We had comment on the chat about a possible update for the gyms this week. There's no official news about a gym update in Pokemon Go for this week.
Okay.
Though of course rumors do go around all the time. We know it's coming. We know there's going to be an update for the gym system. They are working on it.
I'm a little tired.
It's not necessarily this week,
but
we know it's coming.
I'm a little tired because all the gyms around here are like maxed out and there's nothing to do.
Well, most of the blue gyms are spoofers. That's what I heard because everything's blue. It's impossible.
It's all blue here. But you know what? It depends where you are. There's parts of town that are like all red or.
If you go on near Fabre or Métro Jean Talon, it's like all yeah.
That way.
Whatever.
Yeah, that way.
That way. it's all yellow over there.
So, oh well, we got a new viewer.
Yeah.
A new viewer that we know well. Okay. What else? So, anyways, like I was saying, I'm sick and tired of blue stuff. It's just
I'm
what
lucky
the hell?
that the park near my place is just always shifting. So.
No, I'm gonna have no more space because I'm gonna have too many potions and too many revives.
Oh, now I can get. I upgraded my backpack again.
Mm-hmm.
I can get now 550 items.
Okay.
That's what I keep upgrading.
I upgraded my pack once.
Oh, do it all the time.
Yeah, but since then I haven't had, and the first when you had the first one,
yeah,
it was annoying. It was like always, no place for have no place for stuff anymore.
Oh yeah, at the beginning 300 items is nothing.
But I upgraded once, and since then I have never had that message of you don't have space. Well,
that's because I often go downtown and there's one Pokestops every corner. So
yeah.
Now I guess.
Well, if I walk for 6 hours at the 3 stops here, I probably have no more space
and
left.
I can get 150 Pokeballs, so I can stay home doing nothing and just capture Pokemons.
Yeah.
So
it's like it's what I like the most is when I go to a tech job, and the client lives just next to a Pokestop. And,
Oh.
okay, let's get the Pokeballs while I'm fixing the computer.
Oh yeah, that must be nice.
What are you doing? Huh? Taking Pokeballs.
Or go eat a pizza and take your Pokeballs too.
It actually does influence sometimes where I'm gonna eat. So,
Eaton Center, 2 Pokestops at once.
anyways, I already talked about it, but you can defeat security of a Galaxy S8 phone iris scanner with a printout, contact lens, like they defeated. No, that group likes to just defeat every security thing. But I wanted to talk about this because the big thing right now is, why is there always people in bed? And look at that, I got people in bed in every.
Well, actually, I would say, why do you have a condom advertisement?
Well, it's not condom. It's KY. It's that thing to lubricate. But
it's not that much of a difference.
But both of them were from Neo, and I don't know. Does it have some kind of link of, okay, I watch porn on my computer and they whatever?
I don't want to know.
Anyways, but one of the reasons I wanted to talk about that also is that I've seen a few posts of people saying, oh, well, you know what, those biometric things don't work, they don't keep us secure and everything. You got to put it in context, because one of the things that is happening is simply the fact that the equipment needed, plus they have to have access to your phone and everything. Come on, it keeps you. The biometrics does keep your computer safe. Don't worry about it. It's just that, yeah, these guys are intense. It's like they are the mythbusters of let's hack a device. Okay. And they find a way to do it. And there's a way. There's always a way. I mean, for something like that to be the most secure possible, I don't know. They'll have to. I don't know. It's almost impossible, because just try to think. What do you think biometrics that prevents? Somebody was mentioning, hey, you could cut out a finger. Well, no, the biometrics of like an iPhone does check if you're alive. So,
and if you're not, does it say you're dead?
Even if your thumb is still warm, because it happened fast. Well, there's no heart beating and nothing, so it's like
you put a tube in the thumbs to simulate a heartbeat.
Yeah, the guy puts a thumb and just. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know. Anyways, biometrics is a very difficult thing to have perfect, but you know what? It's always, when you think about this, is one option you have in keeping your stuff safe. And just remember all the time, it's, look at how much things they need. It's not just a simple picture of you. They can't take a picture you already have. You need a very high resolution picture. Yeah. So that's the first thing. They took a really high resolution picture so that your eye can really be there in details. Then, contact lens. Okay, you can get contact lens, but still, a really high resolution, a high resolution printout, and contact lens and everything. It's like, really, come on. Do you think your neighbor's gonna start doing that just to see what's on your phone?
Yes.
It's one of those things that it's difficult to do. Needs access to your phone. I'm
actually scared that your cat is gonna do it.
Well, my cat is already sneaking into all my computers, so
that's why you got cat porn.
He's the hacking cat.
That's why you have cat porn.
Yep. Undressed cat, all the fur off. Actually, looks like a rat. Big rat.
Cat tube.
Cat tube. Cat tube. This is cat tube. Oh God, please. I know YouTube could almost be called cat tube, so I can tell you that. Yeah. Don't put cattube.com or something. What are you doing?
No.
Oh, it's a fake. It looks like a fake Facebook page. It's actually dangerous.
I'm not going there. I'm not going any further.
Do not go to Cattube.com?
Cattube.com.
It's actually a very. It looked very weird for the moment there.
Well, I had to try it.
So, what did you do during the show? Well, I got a virus while looking at Cattube. Okay, so anyways, don't go crazy about that. Biometrics is one way of getting into your phone, but, there's always somebody somewhere that knows that he can do something about it.
Well, you know what was built by human can be unbuilt by human.
Yep.
Always.
What else do you have?
Next we talk about the Xbox Game Pass, which I talked about a few months ago, which is basically kind of a bit like Netflix. It's a subscription to an Xbox service that lets you play games unlimitedly. It's like $10 a month, and for now you have a selection of 100 games like Gears of War, Fable 3, Payday 2, Soul Calibur, and the complete list is available on the Xbox website. So basically it's a service that is going to launch on June 1st. This was announced yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, it's going to be that you subscribe, you have these games that you can play for as much as you want, for as long as you are subscribed, and the games are also gonna change over time. So you always have some fresh stuff, like Netflix. Movies comes and go. It's gonna be the same there. So it's gonna launch on June 1st, and basically my news is that it launches next week. But I'm skeptic about such service. I mean, I already have enough video game that I bought that I still haven't played before thinking of, I'm gonna pay $10 every month to play other games. Well,
I would,
I understand where they want to go with that.
I'll give you my take on this. Yes, I would pay a subscription every month to have access to all sorts of titles.
I'm okay with the idea.
For me, it's like the Netflix of gaming.
I'm okay with the idea. It's just that, maybe for someone like you who doesn't play that much, it's cool. For someone like me who already has I believe I have at least 10 games I still haven't played that I bought. I'm not gonna go there now.
Okay, I'll give you a different take because I'm a different kind of gamer than you are. If I have an Xbox, okay, you are the kind of gamer that is very specific on games that you want to play, and you want to go through them, all of them, do the story and everything. And I understand that that's already so many hours that you're like, well, I got so many things. But this is like, there are tons of things you'll see here that are not necessarily long-term games. There are games that you like to play from time to time, but not, invest huge amounts. And it makes you see other titles that you have never would have tried or played.
That I would agree. What did I wanted to say? I forgot.
Alzheimer's at his age is incredible.
I'm not saying it is a bad service. I think it's gonna work for some people. Are gonna like it.
I think it's gonna be popular.
The only thing is that for now you mostly only have old games, so I don't see necessarily the point of subscribing right now unless you never had an Xbox 360 and you just have the Xbox One and there are games that maybe you wanted to play. That I can understand, but right now I don't see why.
I see this will be very popular.
I think it will be.
Especially if the titles, because they will probably do that. The titles will change regularly.
Yeah, the title will change regularly.
So you'll have hundreds, at least.
Oh, and also what I know is that
you'll have more than 100 games, and there will be new titles regularly.
When you are subscribed to this, you will get a discount if you want to buy the complete game.
Hmm.
So that's
Well, I
also
think
cool.
that's cool.
If you want to buy it, I mean that if you want to unsubscribe and buy the game to play it,
It
outside.
will appeal. It will appeal to somebody like me that wants to see the maximum number of games
But anyway,
rather than have specific games that I play for many hours.
And anyway, if you're not sure, like me, there is a 14-day trial that you can try use if you are Xbox Live Gold subscriber. So if you already, because you have to
I
remember
need
that
an Xbox.
you have to remember that people that have Xbox mostly already pay like in Canadian dollar $80 a year to be member of Xbox Live Gold.
Yeah, absolutely.
Add to that $10 a month. That's $200 a year for exclusive content.
If you like gaming, if you like gaming, I don't think this is going to be a problem. It depends. All depends on
what
what
I'm
you want
saying
to do.
is that it starts to be a lot of money for the average Joe.
Yeah, but look at how much. Okay, from the start of this year, January.
Yeah.
What's the amount of money you paid in total for games?
I don't know. I could tell you in about a few seconds.
Approximately.
Approximately, over $200.
So that's where I'm getting at. Same amount, even more, because we're just in May, and you might have something else you'll want to buy before the end of the year.
South Park.
So, like I say, it gets a different audience. You're the audience
Yeah.
for I want this game,
yeah.
this game. I want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it until I've seen every little
yeah,
bit on the screen.
That's true. I think it's gonna appeal to.
I'm not the kind of guy that's gonna go through a game from A to Z in general. I'm the kind of guy that
You want
I want to binge game.
and if you like it, then
Okay,
you'll do it.
I'll do binge gaming, and if some of them appeal to me, I will get the ones that I enjoyed really a lot. But I want to binge game, basically, like binge watching shows. I'm a binge gamer.
Okay.
Give me 200 games to go through. I can tell you one thing: I'll go through all the 200.
Okay.
And I'll have more fun doing that than you give me 3 games, and I have to go through all 3 of them until the end.
Okay. Well, so
it gets.
So I take it like for the casual gamer.
It gets somebody like me more than maybe somebody like you, and I think that's the thing.
The way I see it is for the casual gamer, that's maybe a better deal.
Yeah, or not necessarily casual, but a gamer that doesn't want that is not the kind of guy that or girl. I always say guy, but gaming. Gaming girls.
There are more and more girls nowadays.
There's gaming girls, and I think it gets.
Well, at this
People
point,
don't want to see as many things as possible.
At this point, I would say the tech guy who wants just to see everything more than the game, because a gamer he will finish the games he starts.
A real gamer, yeah, of course.
So
of course.
I would call this more of a casual, even though it's binge gaming, if you want to call it that
Just
way.
look at
It's a bit more casual.
and I'll give you my way of gaming that has always been, okay? I mean, I lived in a world where when I was young, I had access to every game on the Commodore you could dream of. And there were thousands of titles.
Mm-hmm.
I played throughout, from first, second to at the end of a story or of a game, maybe on the Commodore, maybe 10 games.
Okay.
But I enjoyed so much
Like
playing 5 minutes of this, 10 minutes of that, 15 minutes of this,
Well, it's because at the time,
or half an hour, an hour of
It's
this.
because at the time a game would last 30 minutes.
No, I can tell you there are a lot of games, like GNS Sisters that had. I don't even know how many levels there's in GNS Sisters.
And Tetris and breakouts. After 5 minutes, you understood.
I don't. How many levels is there in GNS Sisters? I don't even know.
I don't know, but you should try the remake of GNS Sisters.
So-
I will bring it to you. You have to try it.
Yeah, sure.
It's
No problem.
I have it on the PS3.
So, interesting take. It's fun here
And
because
like
that's
you said,
what I like about
but
our conversation.
That's also, you're a different type of gamer than me. Like you said, I like a specific type of games. when I see one that appeals to me, I prefer to buy it to own it. You know, I want it to be mine. So that I know that.
No, I understand
it's there.
that. I understand that too. I mean, of course, if you find one in there that's, or a couple of ones, and that next month they change some of the titles, it's like, hey, the title I played all the time last month isn't there anymore.
Yeah, so you still have your save game that, if you buy the game, you can use it, but, the game is not there. It's like...
But I would say, because as we're saying,
and with...
I would say the gamer that is interested in this is not the kind of gamer that usually buys a game.
No,
in
probably
general.
not, because let's say now there are 100 plus titles, something like that. Let's say that 20 of them changes, and in this 20, by some kind of random bad luck, there were like 5 that you tried and you were like, I'm gonna do this game, but it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And you don't have like $250 to spend to buy all these games. It's like, you tried them, yes, you want to finish them, but that kind of sucked. I would have preferred to just I'm gonna just not try them and just buy one and really do it.
Yeah.
You kind of understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So just to conclude on that, the Xbox Game Pass is currently confirmed for the following countries: Austria, Belgium, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Czech Republic, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, but not China, only Hong Kong.
Okay.
Hungary, India, okay, Ireland.
I like the pause. India.
Ireland, Italy, Mexico, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Poland,
Look,
Portugal, Russia, Singapore.
You know where I would have stopped? Where I were
Spain,
really frozen?
Sweden, Switzerland, UK, and US.
If you would have gone into like Cameroon or
I
would like
so basically,
Xbox. What Xbox?
So basically,
in Cameroon?
Australia, New Zealand, Europe, America, North America, and Chile, Colombia, Hong Kong. These are the main countries. So South America still to be announced, China, and Africa. I'm not even sure.
Democratic Republic of Congo.
Egypt.
No more wars. Tutsis and Udus are playing Xbox games.
So so Europe and America and Australia, New Zealand, you will have the Xbox Game Pass in about a week, with a 14-day trials if you're unsure if you want to subscribe or not. It will be, remind you, $10 US per month. So like 14 Canadian.
Okay. It's interesting because you know what? I was looking at, for example,
I really like to have a gaming conversation with you. It's so like the opposite of what I am.
Because we're not the same place in what gaming is and everything.
Yeah.
So it's interesting for that.
This is where we connect. We connect more on there than on technology, I think. And I like to discuss that with you.
Yeah, well, we have our point of views on that, and being an ex-gamer, PC gamer, pretty much also helps in... I'll just do a little something here because I'm intrigued by something. So, okay. Just restarted the stream, just by curiosity. The stream is green here, so technically it means it should be okay. But
smells like rain.
Oops, sorry.
What are you? well, I know what game you started, but
I just want to check something out here because I want to see. I'll check out. But anyways, just restarted the stream just in case. But it's green here, so it shouldn't be. It technically is on our side. That's a problem.
It's weird. We still,
very weird.
Even this week, we don't have a lot of audience compared to.
That's 2 weeks in a row. Well, we reached 17, but it's very weird.
It's weird.
But that's why I restarted the stream, because sometimes when I see that the stream's losing people regularly, I sometimes think that maybe, but I had buffering also on Tuesday's show, where a lot of people are complaining on buffering on the it was on Windows Insider Hour. It's very, very weird because here it's everything's all right. I mean, that's 5 bars there, and it's green bar there. It means that the stream's going out really well. And so hey everybody in the chat.
Everybody who's there, please say hi on the chat room.
Say
so
hello.
We know you are there.
And tonight, retro gaming. For those that are wondering, it's
we will be there this week for retro gaming.
Actually, okay, it was PC retro gaming, and this morning I had absolutely nothing prepared, and I was like, okay, what we're gonna do tonight? We're gonna go tonight, and I was thinking, well, I'll scramble something up. And then I started looking at, PC games. And finally, I thought of an idea that is interesting because I had available all the series of games from King's Quest, from Space Quest, from, what's the other one? Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3.
No, I have.
And they are apart in time.
I have them on the PlayStation 1, actually, the Tomb Raiders.
And I thought, you know what? It's kind of cool to see what the game looked like with the first version in 1986 in DOS to the last version in, I don't know, 1999 in Windows.
Well, if you take Tomb Raider, they are still taking out games.
So yeah, but since it's retro gaming,
yeah,
we have to stay back in time a little bit. I'm trying to keep pre-2000 years, if possible. So I thought, you know what? I had a blast, actually, because I actually started looking at that, and I started thinking, what the hell's happening with that computer there?
Is your keyboard on?
Yes, it is. So, anyways, God, is it going on some kind of sleep mode or something?
I don't think.
It's so weird.
Well, I'll go in the chat room here.
So anyways, tonight it's okay.
You're disconnected.
Oh, we're connected back.
Oh, you're connected back.
So basically, I actually had a blast because I started looking at each game for example, King's Quest, and I was like, God, this is so amazing to see how the graphics and the sound of PC evolved over 15 years or 10 years.
Of course.
It's just amazing because the first ones are like PC beep speakers. So it's like, wow.
Or just, first Tomb Raider, Lara Croft with pointy boobs.
Oh, by the way, you know what? The first thing I noticed on the main screen is like, wow, they really put big boobs on Lara Croft here.
Oh, yes, they did. And they get bigger over time.
I mean, as a guy, I think pretty much every guy that played probably looked at the boobs more than anything else.
Why do you think they chose Angelina Jolie for the first movies?
Yeah, well, she does look like Lara Croft.
Yeah, that's true.
So, not just with the boobs, but with a person looks like Lara Croft for some reason.
The first ever Tomb Raider movie, it was
good.
Good,
it was good. It was good.
It was really a Tomb Raider.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It's like really, really nice. But anyways,
hi to
hello there, Theo,
Kevin Bragdon,
Ripple Pearls, Tim Robinson, Patrick Manny,
Bobby Burgess.
Who else do we have?
Alain, our friend.
Sabine Auclair. We had 1990 Sunbird earlier also. I did see. Anybody else that we're missing?
Sean
Robinson.
Who else?
What else we have here?
Roger GJR.
Yeah, Roger. And,
the Proud Geek.
There. The Proud Geek. Hey, the Proud Geek's there. And
learn Windows 10 computers.
Yes, who wonder who that guy is. So
he's a weirdo.
What else? Yeah, that do live shows and everything. One little announcement that I want to say. I took a decision this week. I know it's not a lot of you not going to be happy with it, but we will have our last live from the couch show in 2 weeks for the winter spring season. So June 8th is the last show before we take a couple of months off. And 2 things we'll do. I need to think about the future, so because of that, I will think about...
The future is still tomorrow.
We'll think about, are we returning or not, and we'll discuss that together, because it's a decision I don't want to take alone.
Might also have something...
You might have something, so if...
I had news this week, I'm just going to have news later.
If he has a job, one of the things that's sure is I don't want to do this show alone, so I can't think of doing From the Couch without him. So if he works, we're not back. If he doesn't work,
we'll see.
On Thursdays, say like that, because he could work on other days. But if he does, it could be another day also for the show. That's not the problem. I mean, we could have a Monday show, or so sometime that's gonna work better.
But don't be sad, guys. We'll do a surprise show in midsummer. We will, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We'll do a surprise.
We'll have a midsummer surprise. We'll try not to sing because it gets blocked everywhere. And we'll get drunk because everybody loves the fact that we get drunk live.
I didn't say an anything goes show.
So
a surprise show.
So basically, I actually some changes coming for many things, because you know what? Sometimes you need somebody. Sometimes you need somebody that's outside of everything you do to give you just that perfect phrase. And you know what? It made me realize something. And in this case, it was your dad.
Okay.
Your dad told me something. And you know what? I don't know why. It kind of resonated in my head. I was like, huh. Okay, yeah, okay. I'll tell you later. I will not tell you now.
Because he had an enlightenment?
He just had one of those comments that he always has.
Oh, okay.
And it just, I don't know why, it made me kind of think a little more. So, June 8th, we are having our last From the Couch. Will we be back? I don't know. Okay, we will discuss it together. We'll see also if he gets a job or not. Maybe after 2 weeks, I'm going to say, oh, you know what? I miss so much having that show with my nephew. Sometimes you need to think, to take a little bit of time off to finally understand, you know what? I miss doing this. Last year, that's what happened. I took a month and a half off of all shows, every show.
Everybody needs vacation.
And you know what? After a month and a half, when I came back, I was kind of refreshed and kind of, you know what? Okay, it's cool. I'm happy to be back doing the live shows. I did more live shows this year, with From the Couch and our retro gaming, the Windows Insider Hour, the tech show, plus the radio shows. I just want to say that I'm realizing one thing is that what's driving, I'm happy to see all of you guys and girls. But what's helping me a lot is very specific. I mean, the main money, these shows, apart from being with you guys and girls in the chat, I mean, these shows don't bring in...
Would quickly like to thank Tim Robinson, who made a small donation a few minutes ago.
Oh, thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, by the way. Also, I want to thank somebody that man, I forgot the name. I'm going to try to figure it out as we continue. But anyways, it's like, okay, I gotta... you take a lot of time to do something, and except for the fact that there's tons of great people that I talk to and everything, and great people that I see. There's a lot of things, that I need to think about, really. I will be keeping some live shows. One of the things I am thinking is of lowering my output of live shows, though. I did this as, first of all, an experiment. This goes crazy when on the camera you're like upside, the other way around. So it's like you see your ear. It's like, okay, no, that's not the way. That way. And you're like, ah. Okay.
Quick comment. I'm always fascinated when it's raining and you hear the fire truck. I'm like, what?
Yeah, the rain's on fire. So you know what? I am in a very, very major moment where I'm thinking of lowering my output of live shows because they are time consuming, and there's one live show that is the one that I'm keeping for sure, because it is really, really something that is cool. It's the radio show, not just for the hobby side. It is really cool. It's my main hobby, but also it actually is the most popular show I got. The radio show is the most popular show I have. It racks in more than 100 viewers live very often. Gets more than 1,000 views in just a couple of days. It really shows that it's a very, very different thing. Here I have to think about, maybe changing formula, maybe, I don't know. I sometimes think about, okay, maybe doing different shows. Mm-hmm. Why not do something different, something else, maybe, I don't know. So anyways, I'll keep everybody up to date with this. I know that a lot of you are miss the live shows when I don't do them. But I don't know. I need to think about what the hell am I going to do here, because one thing for sure, I can't continue like this, and I don't know. We'll keep up.
You don't want to be poor the rest of your life?
No, I don't really want to be poor the rest of my life, which is technically where I'm going if I continue doing what I'm doing now.
You damn ambitious people.
Yeah, right. Anyways, June 8th, we're at a last show from the couch, which means we'll be on number 22.
22.
We'll do something special. I think we'll think about something special.
Of course we will.
For the summer. We'll take a break. Sometimes it feels good to just take some time off.
Yeah. Be back in a minute.
No problem. As for the live show, the live tech show, and the Windows Insider Hour, I am thinking of also taking a break starting the week after. So if you look at June 8th from the couch, the last show from the couch, June the 13th, Tuesday, June 13th, will be the last tech show and Insider Hour for this season. What am I doing with those shows for when I'm coming back? I have no idea yet. I will probably keep the Windows Insider Hour. For some reason, there's some potential there that I find interesting. The tech show, I'm not sure yet what to do with it. I might do it differently. All of that, and if you guys got suggestions, by the way, if you guys have suggestions, I think, they're all welcome. Things you'd like to see. Maybe a kind of show that you'd like to see. My idea here is not to stop live shows. It's to see what we can, this is very experimental right now. It's exploring possibilities. From the couch is an experiment. Like the live tech show is an experiment. They are time consuming because it takes time. We got to prepare these things. You
It
got
does.
to,
Well, I have to be here.
got to be here, and I gotta pretend that I like him and that I have to smile,
You don't have to smile.
Oh no, okay. Can I just?
Keep drinking, then you're gonna smile for real. Hey, we're drinking slower than last week.
Yes, we are. We are. And actually, you're faster than me for very, very.
Well, that's because you keep blabbering.
Yeah, it's like eating at a restaurant. When you start talking, you're always the one that ends last. So, anyways, don't want to. I don't want to, be negative or anything, but I need to think about stuff. One thing for sure, the radio shows are staying. The radio shows are amazing. It's amazing in the audience. I get a lot of donations. I don't want to push donations in your face, but thing is I get a lot of donations on the radio one. It's like, it's I have to continue. There's no questions there. The radio stuff. I was thinking of maybe replacing one tech show with a radio show, with meaning I'd have 2 radio shows a week. They are kind of interesting, and I was thinking of a.
Honestly, if that's the suggestions I'm throwing, if you ever want to do 2 radio shows a week, one more serious, like just you, like you're doing, and one slightly amateur with I could be there, me who basically knows nothing about radio, and how have the both aspect.
My idea of the second show, because my idea of the second show I want to add would be a show aimed at newbies, at people that start and have no idea what all of that is about.
That's me.
Where we would really discuss the most basics of basics of video. One of the things also I am thinking is doing my live news bulletin every day. Instead of posting a news bulletin, daily tech news, doing it live could be interesting. With slides on the background on the TV, for example.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I was thinking that maybe that could be something interesting to add. Why not do a live tech news bulletin? It would be, of course, a 15, something like a 15-minute live thing. But it'd be, just a live little news bulletin.
That could be cool.
Could be interesting. So I don't know. Okay, the radio stuff. I'm sure it's there. I'm thinking of expanding the radio stuff a little bit more. The Windows stuff. What racks in the cash in the Windows side is really the AdSense, even though it's crappy. So I don't know if anybody has, anything. The radio shows I will be, and guys, please don't be mad at this decision, but the radio shows I will be going live up to the first week of July. Those I'm keeping up till the end. I will take about a month off for the radio shows. Come back in early August. For the Windows shows, for the tech shows, somewhere in mid-August. How? I don't know. We might come back, we might come back exactly like it is now.
Or a completely different schedule.
Or completely, totally different from what it is now.
All the same shows, but different schedule.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We need to check that out. One of the things that when you do a show, there's one thing that, I mean, you're looking at it too. The thing we look all the time is that little counter there. How many people are watching live, actually? And you know what? When on the radio show, I mean, since I've been starting, it's up all the time. Now we're reaching records and beating 120 and 130.
Yeah. Here it's getting weird.
And the past 2 weeks, we had much lower than usual.
We had almost 30 from mid-April to mid-May.
But then again, my live tech show on Tuesdays also has slightly lowered in the past.
So it's possibly, vacation time somewhere or.
So there's
good
that.
temperature.
There's
Summer is coming.
time is also very very complex. Finding because there's two numbers. Yep.
I believe you should have, even though I know you have a lot of people watching from Europe.
Yeah.
But more shows also aim at the US in terms of schedule.
Because that means I would have to do two shows.
Yeah, but also thinking that, well, it's true that in both cases, people who are really...
If I do a live tech show for North America, for example,
no,
okay?
The way I'm seeing it is that, okay, let's say, okay, now, people in Europe, they already know you. People in America who never have the opportunity to watch it live.
Well, they watch it recorded, but of course there's a fun part of watching it live. Yeah, there's...
So, a 50-50 maybe.
Yeah, but even then, I'm really smack in the middle. For example, when you look here at the time we start today, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. is... we're in the summertime, so 4 p.m. is 9... It's 9 p.m. in the UK.
So for Europe, it's
for Western Europe, it's not too bad, but it quickly gets
everybody's still working
late.
America,
everybody's working, so that's for sure. That I know, but
except for Alain.
And it's like, I don't know. Would I be better off doing maybe a little shorter show, but two shows, one aimed for Europe, maybe that started at like 2 p.m. which would be 7 p.m. in the UK, so Europe is pretty much prime time. Okay. And another one at, 8 p.m. Eastern, which would be 5 p.m. West Coast. Not totally prime time, but still more in, I don't know. It's there are things like that what do we do? Can we do two shows, one aimed for North America, one aimed for Europe? It is an international audience. I am dabbling at another idea, a French language one.
Oh well, that could be surprising, to be honest.
No, French language one.
There are many French shows and podcasts that do have an interesting audience.
Do you know that I've got a channel with Windows videos, only 10 videos. They all have over 100,000 views.
That guy that
they
I watch,
all have over 100,000 views.
That guy that I watch
in French
every week. That's from Quebec.
Yeah.
Gets like 20,000 views a week, and it's all in French. So
I don't know. Well, we'll see.
Of course, in a way, some advertisement wouldn't hurt. Even
the problem with advertisement when you're in an audience and that's a major issue. Yeah, I just look at take an example of Leo Laporte, which is a guy that I follow a lot. He's got in-house ads, which are ads that he's got a team that gets these companies there, but 90% of his ads are US only. I mean, you can't out of the US get that thing. And because his audience is very US also. I don't know. It's a very complex thing. Ads in a world market is very difficult. It's always better, ads, unless it's like a Pepsi ad where everybody in the world knows what that is.
What's a Pepsi?
I don't know. What's a Coca-Cola?
I don't know.
You need some kind of world beer. Well, the world beer, the first beer available in every country in the world.
Isn't there one in Futurama? A beer available in every galaxy?
Actually, it already exists. It's called Budweiser.
But, this summer when you change your workshop for a studio, invite me and we'll just...
Actually, this summer I will need your help because I will be discouraged at what I need to do there. And I think it's going to be better off by doing it, having a few beers, and just...
And a whole bottle of Disaronno.
Oh, God. Well, that's not the way I wanted to set up, but it's okay like that.
Well, I didn't think that my desk would be on the floor.
So we are now zen on our carpet with our live shows. So anyways, lots of ideas, lots of things I need to talk about. And I need to think about, my future also. I mean...
So, people are not here to hear us complaints.
So what's your app of the week?
My app of the week, after balls, I thought of 100 balls.
Oh, God.
Well, it's not exactly the same. It's...
I beat my record this week, 246.
Oh, go to hell. So, basically...
Yeah, but I play all the time.
So, the game, 100 balls, is basically a game where buckets go around the screen, and you have to make balls drop in them. If you miss the bucket, and there is no ball in the bucket, you can see it here, the bucket will disappear. So you will have...
Isn't that an old game?
Kind of.
I think I have played that.
And it goes faster and faster. I'll try to show you guys while I'm still...
Yes, that's okay.
So I cannot play while showing on the camera.
It's available on
it's just
iOS.
And the goal is to get the higher possible score. It is a fun game to play, when you have a few minutes. Because it's not a type of game that takes an hour to play. So it's called 100 balls because you have 100 balls to play with. And, well, when it goes too fast and you miss every bucket, then it's game over. Or if you don't have any balls,
you want to make sure that you get it. There's a cat in the Android version at the top. Look at that, 100 balls. There's a cat there.
Oh, God.
Just do it.
It's a free game.
Available on Android.
Pretty cool actually. I've had it for a little while, but it's worth it. And what is your
My game is
a new game actually.
A new game that I don't know. I think it's almost today.
Came out yesterday.
Yesterday.
What is it?
Magikarp Jump.
Woohoo!
And it's made by the Pokemon company,
which makes the official Pokemon games, by the way.
So I don't know if you guys can see anything, but no, you can't. But anyways. It's a
game about what?
It's a game about raising Magikarps, which are
basically the weakest, slowest, and most useless Pokemon ever made.
Imagine when your goldfish dies in the bowl. He's on the side. Well, Magikarps are always on the side, and they look like
they just splash.
They look like they're in distress. Not enough oxygen or something.
Well, that's a Magikarp for you.
So what the hell am I doing? I got rewards anyways now.
The only move a Magikarp can learn is Splash.
Okay.
And we're gone at like level 77.
So anyways, you gotta feed your fish, and you got to have the fish trained so they can jump the highest possible, so that you have these, you'll be confronted with other fish.
Magikarp jumping competition.
Yep, and you've got to win them. So I won one up till now.
I made it to the second league.
And, I haven't played enough because I installed it this morning.
Well, as you keep playing, because I tried it this morning too, but I made it through the first league already.
Okay.
Because I have a life.
Yeah, because you don't have a life, exactly.
Other Pokemons are also helping you to keep your Magikarp healthy. Like Pikachu will appear, Charizard, and they will play with your Magikarp. Eventually, when your Magikarp gets too old, it will retire from Jumping League.
Oh God!
And then you get new Magikarp. You can fish for new ones, but even the old one will stay in your fish tank, so you can always see them.
Okay.
But eventually, yes, they will die. Sadly. Your old Magikarp that brought you through this amazing league that you had so much attachment to it. Yes, he will die.
Okay.
But one thing that's cool is
So there's training, there's of course jumping competition, there's all sorts of things that you need to There you go.
One thing that's pretty cool, the introduction to this game is made the exact same way as the introduction of a regular Pokemon game.
Okay.
When you start, you see this professor who tells you he's a Magikarp expert instead of a Pokemon expert. He's professor, I don't know what, and it's exactly the same. Like, he brings you to his lab, and in this case brings you to the fish pond, and you basically get your starter Pokemon. It's made the exact same way as the Pokemon game. It starts, welcome to the wondrous world of Magikarp instead of Pokemon.
And the worst thing about this game is that
it's honestly, it's the best Pokemon game made for smartphone yet.
Okay, I'll just add one thing here. You know what? I installed this and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna start playing that game, but I'm just gonna talk about it and probably gonna install it. I don't know, for some reason I just now want to play.
You want to raise your
Magikarp jump because I want.
It's like the Magikarp Tamagotchi.
I want that fish to be the strongest of all, even though he looks like he's gonna die tomorrow.
And he probably will.
So,
anyways, Magikarp are useless in every sense of the word because all they can do is splash around. They earn water gun at like level 77, so they are still useless.
You really do you realize that because of you I'm turning weird?
You were already.
And weirder.
And Magikarp scales are so hard that he cannot even be eaten.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a true fact from
yuck.
What Pokemon.
It's those fish that you get in the lake that you just throw back because they're just horrible.
I believe it's Pokemon episode 11 where they're lost in the middle of the sea. A Meowth trying to eat the Magikarp, but his scales are so hard that it cannot be eaten.
Okay.
I think it's episode 11, but it's somewhere around there.
Oh,
it's before the third gym in the first Pokemon anime series.
Okay. I can, anyways.
After the third gym, sorry.
So, okay. Any more you want to add about the game I'm talking about?
About the game itself? No, I can talk about Pokemon for hours.
No, I'm not already a weirdo.
But it's a cool game.
Well, I think we're going to ban someone from the chat room. Let's ban Alain.
He's already at work.
Yeah, and he's watching us, so imagine he's working really hard.
I'm gonna.
I can make a phone call if you want and say, hey.
I could send a text message to a girl.
I could do worse. I could text message your boss. I would not do that.
Hey, hi, Jane Dagger.
So, hey, Jane Dagger, and yeah.
Actually,
hello, everybody.
Actually, a girl with the name Dagger makes me think of Final Fantasy IX.
You're not weird. You're normal with obsessions. That's pretty much what we are. I gotta say that.
But I'm worse than you.
Ripple Pearls needs Jill in her life. Wow.
Come and take him.
I gotta say, you know what? What keeps me going here is when I look at all of you guys on the chat and everything. That's been driving me a lot. Oh God.
Who's probably already late.
So sorry, I'm gonna say something in French here. Let's hope that he hears it. Pascal, Alain travaille pas. Sorry.
Ripple Pearls, come and if you come to Montreal, you can abuse him. I don't care.
Got no problem with that.
Abuse of his wonderful body.
Well, I am good looking.
That's what you
I
say.
admire myself in that little window there all the time.
Okay, that one that had you 40 pounds?
So, anyways, What else do we have? So
What's your
before we
next
continue,
news?
what's my next news? My next news. I'm looking at your news. That's bad. Okay.
That's bad.
Well, it's good. It's just because it's not the right side of where I need to look for news.
Oh, well, you
Looking
can talk
at your
about
news.
my news. I don't care.
Okay. Well, GTA 5 is coming up. Grand Theft Auto is. I don't know.
Read before speaking.
Yes, I know. Oh, over 80 million copies. Yeah. Now you know why people grow up all crooked, you know? Let's steal a car and break everything.
So yeah, okay, well,
So,
I'll go for it anyway. Yeah.
Windows 10 created... Well, go for it. I started your
Yeah.
news anyways.
Grand Theft Auto 5 officially sold over 80 million copies of the game. And you know what's the most amazing part of that? Is that since February, it sold 5 million more. It was 75 million back in February. And 3 months later, we are at 80 million. It's like, this game doesn't cease to amaze by, you know, it keeps selling. People keep buying it. And, you know,
Do you think
just
it's some
amazing.
kind... Just out of curiosity. When I look at a game like Grand Theft Auto,
Yeah.
do you think it reaches kind of a primal something inside us that if we could, we would like to do it?
Snipe a police officer?
Like, yeah.
Or,
you know...
ride a tank in the middle of the city?
I don't know, it's like...
I think yes. You know, I like to shoot police helicopter with a bazooka.
You know...
I like to go to the top of the casino and shoot car in the street with an AK-47.
Why does it make... You know what, I was
I like
thinking
to
about
drive
that.
a car on the on the
Okay.
sideway and just crash on every people.
One thing that U-Boob I lost track of what I was about to say because of U-Boob.
GTA 5.
But what I want to say is, why is it that in a video game, for example, in a video game,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I played Call of Duty, you know, and you kill people. And I mean, I would not kill anyone in real life. Well, there are exceptions to the rule, but
Well, you know what?
I'm not allowed to do it. The thinking is, what makes you do that in a game and not feel... is it because you're convinced they're not real people, or
as an adult, you make a difference between a game and real life.
But
I mean,
still.
if you buy Call of Duty to a 7-year-old kid,
You know, the
well-
games today are so realistic. It's almost like killing a real person.
but I believe you know when you know it's a game, when you convince yourself it's a game, that's where it's like, well, okay, who cares?
It's interesting. I find you know, I'm sure somebody somewhere has the psychological thing of, you know, gamers that kill players, and, you know, or gamers that have Grand Theft Auto. I mean, I played Grand Theft Auto once,
Which one?
and I'm like,
Which one?
oh god, like, I think it was Grand Theft Auto 3
Oh, that was
on PC.
Oh, it was so great.
On PC.
That's the first we've got, and it was the one that actually made Grand Theft Auto what it is now.
I was actually in the midst of downloading something, and I remember there was on the game site there was it was saying, hey, play a demo of Grand Theft Auto 3, and it was like a 30-minute gameplay, and then it stopped, and it's like, okay. And I played 30 minutes, and I was like, God, this game is really something. It's just, okay. But anyways.
And by the way, just also saying, speaking of Grand Theft Auto 5, the guy who did the voice acting for Trevor Phillips in Grand Theft Auto 5, which is like one of the main characters, is gonna be at the Montreal Comic Con this July, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, in GTA 5, Trevor Phillips is like this
God.
Canadian. He's from Canada,
Okay.
and he's a drug dealer,
A drug dealer from Canada.
and he's a psychopath.
A psychopath drug dealer from Canada.
Yeah. And that's also why he couldn't go in the army, because the psychologist said, "You're a psychopath."
A lot of people that are. Okay, now we got a problem with Houston.
But the guy's gonna be in the Montreal Comic Con, and that's pretty cool. Oh, and for those who play GTA 5, I just have like a short anecdote.
Yep.
There's a scene at the beginning of the game where Trevor is talking with Franklin. Trevor trips over a fence. Franklin starts laughing, and Trevor gets mad and threatens to shoot Franklin. That was a scene that was not planned in the script. Actually, when they shoot everything with the motion capture, the guy truly tripped, and one started laughing, and then they decided to act both as their characters.
Okay.
And those who were shooting the scene and making the game said, "Oh no, this is too good. We are keeping this scene."
Okay.
It was like something completely unplanned, just actors doing their job.
Talking of actors doing their job, there was there's always these things on Facebook that it's like there's one of them that you just want to click on, even though you know it's just junk.
Enlarge your penis?
And the one that I saw this week was 10 movies that you've seen where actors actually made love for real. And I was like, okay, I gotta click on that.
Brokeback Mountain?
So, Brokeback Mountain. Well, he shoved his dick up my ass, and I said, well, why not? Oh God, this is getting out of hand here. Sorry, beep, beep, beep. We should have little beeps, every time. It's like,
It costs
we should
money.
have emoticons, that's like
In front of
emojis.
our mouth?
Emojis that show up and they're like, live emojis. That would be nice. They should invent that. Some kind of program that does live emojis that are just like surprise what you said.
Probably exists, but you don't have enough money to buy it.
Live emojis. Yeah, he put his dick in my butt, and it's like everything was all right. Go at it, man. So, anyways, let's talk about creators update. Talk about creative. Windows 10 creators update has reached 18%. 18% of computers. So don't worry, everybody. It's
Tampons used as teaching tools. I've never
what?
I never seen that in my life. But
God. So anyways.
Yeah.
Windows 10 creators update 18% of computers. So that means if you're on Windows 10, you don't have it yet. Don't worry too much because 82% of people don't have it right now. And there's a few interesting stats that I was looking at. For example, to give you an idea of how Microsoft is rolling it out, there was, for example, this week a Bluetooth update for some hardware. And almost everybody that had the computer that had a Bluetooth update was actually updated to Creators Update almost immediately after that. So it gives you an idea that they know that some hardware is having some problems, and that they can't upgrade you until a driver has been done for that, or disks. And basically it's just funny because it tells you that there's a lot of stuff that needs to be checked out before they can push it actually to anyone. Microsoft had to react today because yesterday a few analysts, I've actually read a few posts of people saying, well, it's kind of slow. The rollout is really slow. And you know what? Microsoft said no, it's pretty much in sync, and that's what I was hearing by even before yesterday. That yes, it's rolling out slow, but it's in sync with anniversary update. That in the first few months, they were in the. Sorry, cat wants to come over. Everybody wants to see the mascot. Here's Paul the cat, the mascot. Woohoo! Hello, Mr. Paul. Say hello to everyone. And basically, and there he goes. He's found his friend. So, anyways, it's.
Now we know who's the interesting one.
Yeah, the cat is so cute. So, anyways, it's pretty much the same speed as anniversary update. You just do this. What you do is do this so that he looks in that direction. So, anyways, take your time. Don't worry about it. And the updates of drivers is showing us one thing that's very, very important. Is that, don't push it, because it means some people have drivers missing or bad drivers. If you push the creators update before it arrives through Windows Update, you might have some issues. Wait for it. It's going to come eventually. I still have my Dell computer, the only one that I haven't upgraded yet, which is a 5 or 6, a good 6-year-old Dell. Still doesn't show up there. So you know what? It's just like
I think he's happy now.
He's very happy. He's happy when somebody takes care and just pets him. So anyways, 18%. That's the number we have right now. And slowly, now he's in love with the cat now.
Ooh.
Now he understands why I like that.
Oh, now he's happy for
Anything you do, don't rub his belly, because he's going to let you know he doesn't want that.
Okay.
So, anyways. He's,
just by curiosity,
yes.
do you think my first Surface Pro, do you think the Creators Update is already there or not yet? Because I didn't check in a while.
Oh, that's a very interesting question. You know what? I from the last thing that I saw about a week and a half ago, even Surface Pro 4s, not everybody's been pushed.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's I was looking at that, and that's why I'm surprised that you had it, because I had a lot of people saying in the different blogs where I go, I got a Surface Pro 4 and it didn't appear for me. So you're at the same state as I am. Look, that's the state where I am. Ta-da. The restart now button, which I will not press on the computer that I'm streaming with, which would not be a good idea. And so take care. The creators update's coming slowly. Just let it, But one of the things, Jane Dagger, you're not nice. This says rub his belly.
Look at him.
Oh God, this is a really, really nice.
He's in cat heaven.
Okay, I'm gonna take a picture, because you took a picture that was absolutely beautiful. And I'm gonna take a picture that's absolutely beautiful on your side too. Okay, here's the guy. Here's the guy. Here's the guy. Okay.
Post it on Facebook and Twitter.
This is just too.
He's so cute right now.
Too beautiful. Look at that. Look at the guy. Look at that.
Oh wow.
This is like, okay.
He's in cat heaven.
Oh, he is in cat heaven. Look at that. Wow. So, anyways.
There's fur everywhere in my hand.
Yes, and you'll have fur everywhere, even in your mouth. You'll see in about 10 minutes. So, just take. It's just take your time, and it's rolling out. It's rolling out slowly, but this pretty much the same speed. And what we knew is that on anniversary update after a month, it was about 15-20%, but after 3 months was like 70%. So at some point they're gonna really start going faster.
My arm is tired.
Yeah, but you don't have to stroke him like a penis. You just go slowly.
Yeah, well, I like it fast.
Look, he's saying, "Hey, what are you doing, man? Look at that. This is like, I love you." This is really like, look at that. We see it really well here. I love you. Oh God, he's found a new. He's found a really new friend now. He's found a new friend now. This guy's so cute.
Come here.
I can't even imagine somebody not loving this cat. So you got cat hair everywhere now, right? And now he's losing his fur because we're coming from winter to summer. He's losing his fur like 3 times faster than usual.
Okay.
And he's fat. Look at that. Look at that. Fat cat. It's like me. I got a big belly. So anyways, just be patient. He's going to be there eventually. He's going to be there eventually. Look at that. This is so cute. Okay.
Next, we've got a new trailer for Game of Thrones Season 7.
Oh yeah, they're going to war or something.
Coming
right?
to your screen on July 16.
Are they going to war?
Well, it's closing in, that's
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
We see in this new trailer every factions. The war is closing in. Oh crap! I don't want to talk too much for those who might have not seen season 6 yet.
I haven't seen any seasons, so you know.
Well, it's. Well, anyway, screw you if you haven't seen season 6 yet. That's your
Okay.
F problem.
Just say what you want to say.
Well, okay.
He needs to drink more. It's more interesting when he drinks.
What's the name of the queen already, then?
What's the name of the queen?
Jeffrey's mother. Them. It's, why did I...
Take care, Tim. Retro Gaming
Okay.
Tonight, if you are back in time.
Yeah, the new Valerian trailer. We see we see everyone. We see Jon Snow. We see Arya Stark. We see...
Yes, we see. What do we see?
Damn, I'm really forgetting the names right now because I'm too drunk.
Damn alcohol.
Sansa Stark, and
Damn alcohol.
and the queen, which what's her damn name?
Tim says.
Cersei.
That's a good reason, Tim.
Cersei Lannister, who's now actually the queen of the Seven Kingdom, because, well, sorry for those who haven't seen season 6. If you haven't watched it yet, just plug your ears for a few minutes. You have 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So Cersei is the new queen because Joffrey's killed himself at the end of season 6. Everything seems to be coming toward a single point. The dragons of Daenerys are full grown-ups, and they are even more scary than they were before. What will happen with Tyrion Lannister? We don't know either. He seems kind of alone in everything. We hear Lord Baelish, Littlefinger, giving advices to Sansa. It's promising as a new trailer. I really can't wait for this new season.
So for somebody like me that never seen a Game of Thrones,
you've been spoiled half of everything already.
but still,
But you were not listening, so it doesn't matter.
no, I was not actually, and so I really need to watch that at some point in my life.
Yes. Well, if
Okay.
you like things like Vikings or House of Cards,
I don't like House of Cards, and I pretty much hate Vikings.
okay, then don't listen to Game of Thrones.
Okay.
What? Well, actually, my brother, who didn't want to listen to Game of Thrones, and he watched like 5 seasons in 3 weeks. So.
Oh, okay. So maybe you got to be careful because sometimes some specific items are so specific. It's like that animating on Netflix that I watched, and I never watched things like that. The Japanese stuff.
Which one?
This is the one that the other time that you watched after because I watched it.
Rurouni Kenshin.
Something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
I never watched that, but I just watched 10 minutes of what the hell is that, and it's like, okay, I gotta watch it now.
actually, it's pretty good.
So
I watched everything there was.
I was like, okay, I watch it now. So that means it's not because it's not in what I want to watch that it's like,
And just very quickly, speaking of trailers, but I have nothing to say about them at the moment. There's a new trailer for Spider-Man: Homecoming,
Don't talk about Spider-Man.
and also the first official trailer of Netflix Castlevania series, animated series. That's coming by the end of the year.
Okay.
And well, looks good actually. Castlevania looks good.
Actually, you know what? I was thinking yesterday I need to take more time to watch.
Japanese anime.
To watch some Netflix.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's a lot of stuff on Netflix.
Recently I watched.
And if you look at all the shows, particularly the shows, there's so many shows I haven't watched that I should, you know.
In the last 2 weeks, I watched in the Japanese anime the Seven Deadly Sins.
Okay.
Which, you know, in the action comedy type, is pretty good. I mean, I binge watched all 24 episodes in like 5 days.
Yeah.
It was really good. Seven Deadly
You know, we get
Sins.
spoiled with things like that. It's because, like, you know, oh, I've got 3 seasons to watch tonight. Well, in the next 3 nights. About a season a night is enough.
Well, you know, my all-time record for a series with, you know, 23 minutes episode, or, you know, half an hour, but cut because of advertisement and everything. My all-time record is 30 episode in one day.
30 episodes, wow.
Getting up at 8 in the morning, sitting in front of the TV, stopping to go pee and eat, and I finished at midnight or somewhere around that. And you know, I reached 30, not necessarily because it was that good, but because, you know, when you're like at 22, 23, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go to 30.
You know what? He's gonna be that old man that nobody's gonna, you know, everybody's gonna say, hey, I haven't seen that old man in a long time. And he's gonna be like, you know, in his chair. He has peed on himself, everything, and he has been binge watching some kind of show for the past 2 weeks.
Well, you know what? My brother's friend did 40 episodes in a day one time.
Oh my god!
I don't know how he did that.
40 episodes.
40 of episode of 20 minutes, 25.
It didn't sleep.
In a single day.
I hope he didn't sleep, and it's not just he didn't do toilet time. That would look bad.
He had diapers.
The most I've ever done of binge watch of Netflix for me, but you know, I'm a busy guy, is maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 episodes or something.
Well, yeah, so, but you know, in my case, 30 episodes is around 12 hours.
But you know, I'm also a kind of guy that I like movies, I like TV shows. I do get bored at, even though it's interesting, I do get bored at doing it too long of a time.
If I'm on my couch in front of my 58 inches TV, I don't get bored.
Yeah.
As long as I have alcohol and food,
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Hey, there's a RoboCop. Finally, have you ever seen the movie RoboCop? Of course not. You have not seen that.
It's in my things to watch because I have a RoboCop t-shirt that I believe you have here right now.
The RoboCop is a movie, and spoiler, no.
With a RoboCop?
It's a cop that's a robot that
Oh
starts...
my god!
But it starts to kill everybody.
Okay.
Well, you know, half of the RoboCops kill everybody. But there's one of them that's different because it's an ex-police officer and he was killed in duty.
Okay, so...
They take his brain, or pretty much all of his face, and they wire it into a robot.
Okay, so it's like Terminator, they are all bad except one that's good?
Yeah, but this time it's, you know, police Terminators. Let's kill all society. So anyways, and by the way, that picture looks very creepy. I'm sorry, but this looks very creepy.
It does.
Anyways, in Dubai, and you know what? If I had the cash, and if I had my passport and everything, I would just say, you know what? Let's go to a mall in Dubai and ask things to the RoboCop thing. I want to see it. It's a robot that is, don't worry, not going to kill you because he doesn't have a gun. or any way of arresting you. It's more of a police robot. But it's interesting because you can report a crime. So, for example, that guy stole a purse. Let's go and punch that screen. And
did you drink your second beer really, really, really fast?
yeah, totally.
Like really, really, really fast.
Yeah, totally. I actually feel the effect now that I'm kind of drunk. Yeah, I told you. It's like I was filling up and I was like, really? I thought he was like, no, okay. I just like the first one he was faster and the second one is like, I don't know, a glass of water. So anyways, we've got these, it's basically a police officer, a creepy police officer that has a touchscreen on his chest. And you can report a crime. You can pay a fine. So if you got a ticket for something, you go and pay it to the robot. And
yes, I will pay a robot.
And yeah, you'll pay a robot for sex.
Already did.
Was she a Japanese robot?
No, it was a sex robot from another planet.
You know, we need maybe more of a let's get personal from the couch. So when did you pay the robot exactly, and what did she do sexually? That's next.
My lawyer told me to not say anything.
And finally, you can get all sorts of legal and all sorts of information that you need. But that picture still looks creepy. I'm sorry. That picture looks very creepy.
It does.
And so, you know what? When I saw that, I was like, okay. How long do you think it's going to take to have a robot cop that has a gun?
I don't know. I'm just looking at the last comment from Jane Dagger, and I'm like, she's got taste.
Oh, God. Okay.
You want to keep going, or should I answer the comment?
Do whatever you want.
Jane Dagger, yes. Bakemonogatari, I must admit, it's pretty good. The first season I really, really enjoyed. I have the opening theme Staples Table on my iPhone.
Staples Table?
Well, you heard it before.
Stable Table?
You heard it already. And just so you know, I don't know where you live, but tomorrow I'm going to the Anime North convention in Toronto, which is going to be pretty cool. I'll show you guys a picture of my cosplay a little bit later.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes. No, oh, not oh, God. Oh, yes.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God. So anyways, what else do we have to say here?
Well, my next news is, very quickly, the free game for the Xbox Live Gold subscriber for the month of June. So if you're a member of the Xbox Live Gold, like PlayStation Plus, you get free games every month.
Mm-hmm.
On the Xbox 360, you will get Assassin's Creed 3 completely free from June 1st to 15. Then Dragon Age Origins from June 16 to 30. And on the Xbox One, you can get for free the game Speedrunners for the whole month, and the first Watch Dogs from June 16 to July 15. That's basically what that's all I have to say. You know, we know the games for you Xbox Live Gold subscribers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what? Well, did you know what Beam was before?
What?
Beam, Microsoft Beam.
Nope.
Is the gaming streaming service.
Okay.
So in Windows 10, if you got a PC that's good enough, or on Xbox, you can beam your gameplay and everything.
Okay.
Well, they changed the name today, and everybody was like, what? It's now called Mixer. Okay? Mixer is the new streaming service. It has a host of new features, but one that is amazing that nobody has. If you are a gamer playing with 4 other people, up to 4 other people, you can actually stream all 4 people at the same time. They all each have this little slot in the screen. So it's like kind of cool. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're a multiplayer gamer, this is kind of cool. Because nobody else offers that. Multi-streaming of up to 4 players.
That's nice.
That's kind of cool. So Mixer is a new name. And apparently, they rebranded Beam as Mixer because Beam had international issues with the name. And they had to do it quick before they got sued, basically. But anyways, it has a host of very, very interesting features. Co-streaming, so up to 4 players can stream together into a single experience displayed on a single Mixer page. It also works with mobile devices. Mixer will be available on iOS and Android for mobile gaming streaming. Pretty cool. It will also be on something called Channel 1, moderated channel of content that lets you see the high quality streams available across Mixer from one place. Lots of interesting stuff here that is, that's kind of direct competition with Twitch and everything. It's like you're trying to basically beat everybody at their own game. And you know what? There's more. There will be, first of all, a live Mixer event at E3. And you know what? It's going to be in 4K Ultra HD.
Of course.
So that's going to be kind of interesting to see.
Well,
And you know what? I think Microsoft is, with Beam, I was already thinking, wow, I think they're getting serious at competition for streaming of gaming and stuff. But with this, they're dead serious now. They're like, okay, we want to be the streaming platform. And I mean, it's going to be available for streaming of games from Android and iOS also, which is amazing when you think about it.
True.
So it's going to be cool to see. You know what? I think they're dead serious with this thing. Now, Microsoft can be dead serious about things like, smartphones. And finally, it just doesn't work. But that's what we'll see in the future.
Okay, and well, I will finish with.
Have you ever, just before you continue,
Yeah.
is streaming of your gameplay something you would like to do?
I'm thinking about it right now. It's, I'm gonna finish the game I'm doing right now because, I'm at the end of the game, so I don't want to kind of start streaming when I'm just at the end of the game. I would like to start from the beginning to the end if I'm gonna stream.
Okay.
But yes, I'm thinking about streaming, possibly on Twitch, because that's where everyone is.
Tim, can you get me a few beers?
So, but yes, I am thinking about it.
That is something
Even
that's
if I cannot,
pretty popular.
Even if I cannot make many comments because of my complete living situation, at least the fact of streaming and playing, that does interest me. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
We can arrange it so you do it here one time a week.
Well, the problem
My
is
offer
that
is still, my offer is still there.
The
But I know that you have to bring all the equipment here.
No, the problem is that I play my games 25 hours a week.
Okay. If I'd be alone, that'd not be a problem, but I'm not.
So, but anyway, we can talk about it. And
Sometimes.
We'll see. Yeah, sometimes. Then we'll finish not with what I wrote there, just some very quick news. First, something I just saw while watching my stuff.
Okay.
You know the Joker from Batman?
Yep.
Tetsuya Nomura, who is producing the actual Final Fantasy games since Final Fantasy XII, kind of reimagined the Joker in
Okay.
what it would like in, this complete weird world. And you must admit, I will show the pictures to you guys too, that looks kind of badass for the Joker. Look at that, and look at this one here.
Okay.
Looks kind of cool. Must admit it.
Yeah, it's like an advanced.
The Joker imagined by like a Japanese RPG.
Okay. It
game
does have
maker.
a very Japanese anime look, but
this is the kind of characters I like. You know, the kind of villains I like. Designed like that. And we'll finish with mentioning 2 great games that just came out on the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
First one that I didn't play, but I plan to play eventually. Disgaea 5 Complete Collection, which is this classic JRPG that came out and is like, I know the Disgaea games themselves, I played first and second, and I can just imagine playing with the tablet itself. It is made for this kind of device. They are already available on PlayStation, but playing with a tablet, yes, the Disgaea game are made for that, so I'm sure it's pretty cool on the Switch. And also, a platformer, side-scroller that came out last year, and then an indie game, All Boy. All like, the flying bird. The flying bird, and All Boy, which I bought on Steam on my other tablet, but I can probably install it here too. Which is, I must say, a very good game. It's interesting. I didn't finish it, but I plan to someday. Pretty good game, All Boy on the Nintendo Switch 2. It's interesting. You have to try it. If the price is interesting enough, you have to try it.
Okay.
So Nintendo Switch, yes, it is getting some very interesting titles.
Okay.
Do you have anything else to add, or does anyone in the chat room have?
Anybody
any
wants to rant about something? Unless we.
Where is it? So just reminding.
It's just so funny because so there are some. There's a lot of quiet people that sometimes don't really talk. But they're there watching. So Miss Lady Catherine is a stalker.
Oh, and by the way, guys, I said I'm going to the Anime North Japanese convention tomorrow in Toronto.
And he's naked.
Going
there naked.
This is what I will look like.
Oh God.
Tomorrow.
Can you turn the brightness a little more?
I can turn on the brightness.
There we go. Here's a naked.
This is what I will look like.
This is a naked Gabriel.
Tomorrow.
Oh God.
Yes. For the whole weekend, I'm gonna be like this.
Never ask me to wear that.
At the Toronto Congress Center.
Never ask me to wear that.
If it wasn't raining, I would have brought it.
The funniest thing is I looked at it and I said, oh God, is he gonna think of, well, maybe I could do my show tonight with that.
It's because it's raining that I didn't bring it.
Thank God it's cold and raining.
I don't care about the cold.
No, actually, I didn't care. I was just thinking about it. It was like, okay, are you planning to go to the karaoke bar like that?
In August, I plan to. Yes.
Oh man!
After my August convention, I plan to go to the karaoke like that and sing a song. The rest like that.
Who the hell's calling you?
Some
idiot.
No, not idiots, but almost. Oh, we call you if you want to do paid surveys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, okay, but I can't answer right now.
Okay.
So screw you and find someone else.
Screw you. So, what else?
Screw
Anybody?
You.
Gilles, you must wear that. Oh God.
I actually got the hat this morning.
How about we do something with that maybe in our special summer show? Actually,
I have plenty of cosplays.
I know you've got some of the past also that you probably have everything, eh?
I have 8 cosplays we could use.
Remember, I'm a little kind of bigger. So if you don't want something to be larger once it's been used, think about that.
There might be one. There's one you could use.
Okay.
Probably.
I've got a cosplay of a 400-pound guy.
Anyway, I won't bring you the one with like these 25 tattoos because...
I like Patrick that says, Gilles, you must wear that. Oh, man. I better do some work to have a better belly here. Oh God! Anybody has questions? Anything before we go on? Yes, I did see that, Jane Dagger, the Amiga X5000. Man, I looked at that. It's very expensive though. It's like almost like $2,000. But God, I looked at that and I was like, if I had all the money in the world, I'd get one with Amiga OS and everything. It's just, oh man. And you know that Amiga 500 right there that we played on?
Yes.
Somebody actually did a Amiga computer, a modern Amiga computer, very powerful, called the X5000. That's coming out right now at $2,000 with the Amiga OS and everything on it. It's just amazing. And Cosmic Lettuce. I like that name, Cosmic Lettuce. There's something about that name that's always like, oh God.
Oh, by the way, did you see? No, you didn't see it yet. The trailer for the new Futurama game that's coming on mobile.
No, I did not.
You have to watch it.
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 Okay. So we're coming to the question when my PC comes back to life in a couple of hours. So no, I don't see that from here. Come on.
Now do you see?
It's too big for my eyes. Windows 7 question. I have a number of folders that have...
Better than too big for your ass.
That have in the name... What? In the name? And I can't delete... Oh, okay. The OS says that the folder isn't there, but I clearly see it. What can I do? Cosmic Lettuce, make sure that you have not activated the invisible folders functionality, because when folders have that in their name, usually they're folders you should not see. So go in File Explorer and make sure that you have not activated invisible folders, because I think that these folders should not be there for you to see. Linux coming to the Windows Store. Do you think we can run graphical Linux programs? You know what? From what I know yet is that Linux...
Yeah.
Linux.
You got the first kind of cat here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I did see that earlier today or yesterday. Somebody
a meme about cats.
Yeah, I saw that. From what I see, apparently these Linux versions are going to run sandboxed, and they are apparently going to do whatever you want, as long as you got a PC that can run the hardware, the software. Just to say, but. It is very, very, very interesting. But, I would not be surprised. So it seems that Tim Robinson and me have very sexy voices. Okay. So Tim and me are the sexy lads. Isn't that a British term? Sexy lads? Or something? I'm getting European suddenly. What else do we have? Anything else? Did you see my supercar in the video? I need to check your video, Tim. I'll have to. We'll check that in the in between. But I'm sure Cosmic Lettuce, you have activated the invisible folders. You know, there's a reason why there's invisible folders in Windows. They're not meant for you to be there to see. And that's the thing. And that's why you can't uninstall them or delete them. It's because they are things that are needed and for the system most of the time. You know, it's like if you activate invisible folders, when you click Word on your desktop, you actually see a invisible file, a Word file, which is a temporary Word file. And that file is not meant to be seen. It's temporary while you're using Word, and once you close your Word processor, it just deletes itself automatically. So what the hell was that, Gabriel?
It's just, the remake of Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, 3 is coming at the end of June, and official products are coming out already, like these candle shaped like TNT Nitro and live boxes.
Okay, did you just come in your pants?
Almost.
I want to see that, by the way.
T-shirts and things, and you know, I just, I just want these as an exhibition pieces in my room.
Gabriel Pearl says, Gabriel, you gotta get some athletic socks, dude. Those black socks are not sexy.
Oh, well, I know. When I took the picture, I just forgot to change my socks. It was like...
My socks?
No, not my cocks. My socks.
Your socks?
It's just...
there's a very slight difference in socks and sucks. That is extremely important.
It was like 9 in the morning. I just came back from getting
your socks sucks.
I just came back from
Are you socks?
Shut up. I just came back from getting the hat. It was 9 in the morning. Didn't have my coffee yet.
I love it.
And my brother just wanted to see me with the whole cosplay. So I was like, just change quickly because no, I'm not gonna have these freaking long socks over there. I'm gonna have these regular athletic socks for my...
Regular athletic socks? What are regular athletic socks exactly? You know what? Today I'm wearing...
You're regular, you're athletic, and you sucks. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Got it. Oh, man.
And should I insert socks S?
You want a funny thing?
In which way you sucks?
You want a funny thing? I've got these white socks that I never wear. Because every time a girl looks at a guy with white socks, she always says that a guy that wears white socks usually is not a good performer in bed. Okay. And I had these white socks for like the last 20 years in my... And you know what? Today I was like, what the hell? They really don't match with anything I'm wearing right now. Well, maybe with the white hair.
Well, I'm sorry, but...
And I just... what the hell? I'm taking the white socks today.
I wear white socks with white shoes.
Yeah, well, they go together.
Well, yeah.
Well, this doesn't go with my shoes and doesn't go with much of what I'm wearing.
And I'm impressive in bed.
Oh, God. That, okay, you know what? You need to give me numbers of some people that I need to call to know. Oh, God.
Go for it. If they're my age, I'm game.
Angel gets wood? What?
Well, yeah, I believe Jane Dagger is a little bit late on the show.
Like, sometimes it's funny because you see one person that's 20 minutes behind.
Anyone who makes...
Yeah! And you're like, what? We're talking about something else now.
Anybody who comment on something in the chat room would like you to specify which topic you are talking about to make sure
we're on the same
page.
Funniest thing is at a live show that I did once. We're talking about really serious matters, and we're talking about death, and it lasts 5 minutes, but somebody in the chat is really far behind, and we were talking about something really cool before, and I asked a question, and if people wanted to see that or me doing that, yes or no, and at some point I'm sitting here and talking, yes, that is it's sad, and I hope that blah blah blah, and all we see is this guy posting in the chat in uppercase, yes, there's like a pause. I'm trying to just think of what, and then you understand. Oh, he's answering the question I asked 25 minutes before.
Speaking just of weird.
Yes.
I felt like that last truck that came by was going the wrong way. By the sound.
It's
Didn't you?
It's something that happens here at least once a day. So I'm not surprised at anything anymore. You know what? There's even worse than that. There's actually a cop that lives four houses down, that actually at night, at midnight, thinks it's just too hard to go around, and he goes in reverse up to his driveway. And you know what? Every time I'm like,
and you're a cop?
I'd like to see a Montreal cop, because he's a provincial police.
Oh, God.
I'd like to see a Montreal cop car come and while he's doing it, and I'm filming the scene, and if nothing happens, the hell, I'm sending it to every fucking reporter. You know what? Cops don't give any tickets to other cops. Fuck you. Okay, that was my very heavy ranting moment.
And
what else do you have?
And on this, I think it's about time to end the show.
Are we going to? What are we going to eat? I have nothing to eat. Are you hungry?
Shredded wheats.
You know, I got donuts that are not fresh at all.
But
you know what? When you're drunk, they're good anyways.
We'll open the fridge and we'll see what's in there.
What's in the fridge? Okay, what's in my fridge?
Chicken base soup. Chicken soup base.
Yeah, we'll have soup.
I believe you know about it. Now you know that you have that.
We're gonna have noodle soup.
Do you have craft dinner?
You know what? I almost bought a box. It was 97 cents just here at Esposito. I was like, maybe I could buy a box, eh? But anyways.
Anyway, we'll see.
Tim says, great rant. I know. You know, I want a cop to give a ticket to another cop. I know it doesn't exist. Nobody does that. Anyways, it gives you an idea of how I love cops. And they're all watching right now and waiting for that moment. I'm going to say something that they're going to arrest me.
I want these Crash Bandicoot scandals.
I still want to be president of the United States.
I want these Crash Bandicoot scandal.
What the hell is that?
Crash Bandicoot scandal coming out for... Oops, that's not... Well, Crash Bandicoot scandal coming out with the remaster of the game.
Oh God.
I want these at my home.
You know, when someone has money to waste, there you go. There you go. You know, rich people in this society.
You know, at least
rich people in this society.
You know what? At least I have money.
Well, okay. Don't fuck yourself. And by the way,
it feels good.
You know what? We're gonna add another thing tonight to the retro gaming. Before we end, we have to do another summer games.
Summer games or world games?
World games. Sorry. Woohoo! You know, we're getting used to it. It takes 2 seconds to install. Right now.
And 2 seconds to play.
What's your ice cool nickname, Tim? I want to know. Eat Gabe's legs. Forget that. No meat on him. Yeah, you know. One thing for sure, if we both get on a deserted island, he's gonna get more food out of me than I get from him. So, oh God, did you really do that live?
Yes. Because I'm more flexible than you are.
I'm pretty flexible. Well, I got a laptop on my knees.
Remove it from your knees.
What do you want to see?
Your foot in your mouth.
No, I can't put my foot in my mouth.
My brother still can.
But I'm still flexible enough that I can do this.
Good.
Okay?
Did you break something, old man?
Yes, my leg is numb now.
Oh, you're all blue.
What was that? Chicken femicamacapus for napcapus? What the hell is that? So we really did that. We both showed our legs.
We did.
Okay. I got really muscly arms when you look at them, huh? I'm a big boy.
Oh, you are big, boy.
That sounds, you know, every time I say I am a big boy, it's like, sounds weird.
Feels like in South Park.
Oh, God. So anybody else before we leave for the retro gaming? Remember tonight, 7:30 p.m. in an hour and 7 minutes. We will be live on the Old Computer Museum. Tim, can you put the link if you can, please? Or can you put the link?
I'm doing it.
We will be checking out a series of games like King's Quest, like Space Quest, like Tomb Raider. And we will be checking out from the original to the last version. So it's going to be interesting because we're going to see the evolution of PC gaming, graphics, sounds. It's just interesting. And I got tons of comments because I lived through that. So every little thing I understand what we needed to install in a PC to do it.
I remember I didn't never really liked Tomb Raider. But I used to play Tomb Raider 3 because you had...
How long did you post that? Man, the chat room is so far.
You had like in Tomb Raider 3 this first of all we had like a cheat code to unlock all levels.
Yeah.
But also you had like this practice level where you were in Lara's mansion and just could go around, practice, do stunts and stuff. That's what I enjoyed doing. But when I was like 7 years old, the butler would creep me out. I would always like put him in the freezer and close the door and leave him there. Okay. Because when he would appear, he would creep me out when I was 7 years old.
Oh man. Okay.
And you could not kill him when you got the guns.
Oh God. So anyways, if you are a stalker, if you are somebody that just wants to be with everybody, short white socks, Joe. Tennis socks would be even better. You know what? I never wear white socks, usually grape or pearls. Normally it's always blue or black or something very dark. But anyways.
Your aura is already dark.
Yeah. So anyways, just showing my leg, we lost 6-person viewing. Well, actually, it started when he showed his leg, so.
No, when I did, we gained a 6-person.
Oh, really? I'm going to show my third leg. We can't. We can't on YouTube.
Your tentacle.
My tentacle. I have a tentacle that can grasp you.
Well, you're a tentacle,
okay,
but I'm a tentacruel.
Put on your 3D glasses, ladies.
But you're just a tentacool. I'm a tentacruel.
So, oh God. So take
right.
care, everybody. Hey, it was nice to have you on board as usual.
Thank you for watching again.
Remember, no third leg showing. No problem, man. Patrick, I'm gonna stay quiet, and I'm gonna be, just the little boy that just doesn't do anything.
Oh, little boy.
I'm a little
innocent boy.
I'm a little boy. A big little boy. And so, take care. Love you all.
Thank you, everyone. 1
hour, 4 minutes. We are live on the Old Computer Museum channel. We are PC gaming with old games. You know what? You're going to have a blast out of that.
I brought my controller just in case.
I don't think it will be useful tonight.
Still.
It's mostly... Tonight is mostly for the viewing of what happens from the 1985-86.
Don't ask me to play Tomb Raider with a keyboard. Never in my life.
Okay, Tomb Raider might need your joystick, but So love you, everybody. Miss Lady Catherine, everyone. And you know what? Why not join us a little later? We'll be even more drunk, and we'll be playing games. So alcohol and games looks like a fun moment, and love you all. Take care. If you have suggestions for shows, for things that we might want to do, I don't know, just ask. And love you all. Cool. Thanks, Gab.
Fait plaisir.
Merci beaucoup.
À bientôt.
And see you in about an hour.
Or next
week. For those that don't come back, tomorrow, live show on the VHF UHF channel. We will be tuning. Okay. We will be tuning some satellites in orbit. We'll be finding out different satellites, amateur satellites, weather satellites, and listening live. Saturday, shortwave show, where we will be talking about the amateur radio bands, and of course next week, host of shows, everything. And
very quickly,
yes.
I'm gonna be at Anime Nord for the whole weekend. I'm gonna do a few Facebook Live on my own Facebook page for my friends, but also if you follow on Facebook From the Couch and The Proud Geek, there will be a few
check that
Facebook Live
cool.
videos.
That'd be cool.
Maybe videos from conferences with guests will be there. Some that did voice acting from popular series. But check it out. the Proud Geek or from the couch, there will be a few Facebook Live from Anime North throughout the weekend.
I like Jane Dagger's last comment. Socks can't be athletic; they don't exercise.
So,
take care, all. Love you. It's really fun to have all of you on board.
see you guys.
Merci, mon homme.
Cool.
And